Today we're going to talk about why you need to learn the technique with a purpose. The technique is not just movements that you do randomly, it's not like you just copy someone that you see. Every movement that you make has to be efficient and effective. Every movement has to have a purpose. We see a lot of players that learned aspects of the technique but don't seem to use it right. Their movements are not efficient and they have no power in their shot. They have no precision, their movements are not repeatable, so therefore they have no consistency. So if we talk about the technique, we have to understand that all that matters is the contact point. Everything you do is for the contact point. For example, if you're doing a backswing, you have to understand that that is a preparation for the shot. It has a meaning. So you can't just copy a backswing and think, oh, I'll just take my racket back like this, and you don't think where it stops, where it ends, and where you start the acceleration. Everything, as I said before, has a purpose. When you make the backswing, you coil, you twist your body so that then you can transfer this weight, that you can release the tension into the shot. One of the most important things when you hit is the balance. So as you learn, you must learn from the contact point and then build up your shot from there. That means that you have to make it as simple as possible. For example, you don't need a big take back because you're not going to hit as hard in the beginning. So it means you take the racket back slightly and then you just move through the ball. Make sure that you meet the ball in the right place in balance. The key word is in balance. Make sure that whenever you hit, you have to stop and hit, ideally, right? Obviously, when you're playing on really high speed, it's very difficult. You have lack of time. You can't really stop and hit every single ball, but that's what you have to aim for. And you have to stop as much as you can, if that makes sense. Even if you run, you have to make sure that when you hit the shot, you have to be stable and not fall to either side or back or forth, right? So this is a very important thing because, again, the contact point matters and everything that happens during the contact point will have the outcome of your shot. Like it's going to be hard, how much spin it's going to have, how deep it's going to go, and the direction, everything. So if you have balance on most of your shots, that means that you can be pretty consistent and have more control on your shots. So as you start playing tennis, you start making a smaller backswing just to make sure you have the right contact point, that you're playing in balance. And as you want to hit harder, think about it. Think about your backswing. Think about the purpose of the backswing. Why would you lift your arms up like this, for example, if the ball is down there? Doesn't make any sense, right? So if the ball is lower, your take back has to be lower. If the ball is higher, your take back has to be higher. So everything you do has to have a purpose. Try to make your movements as efficient as possible. Get rid of everything unnecessary. If you're just learning, as I said, you start from the contact point, you build up from there. You build up your backswing, you build up your follow through. If you're already playing for many years, then try to clean your technique. Try to get rid of everything unnecessary so that your contact point will not suffer. Ball is low, you don't need a backswing this high. And this is why you might be missing balls that are low, because your technique is not efficient. Now that we talked a little bit about the backswing, let's think about the follow through. You have to stay in balance when you hit, and then where your racket goes, how your body turns, has to have a purpose of where the ball is going to go. So the same with the top spin. If you drop your racket more under the ball and you lift it through the contact point, you can give the ball more spin. If you just move through the ball like this, the ball will be more flat. If you start higher, open your racket and go a little bit under, that ball is going to be more with a slice. It depends on how hard, like the force is forward as you hit. It can define the strength of your shot. So everything you do, try to do it with a purpose. Don't just do a follow through, bring your racket here just because you saw it somewhere, or just because some coach tells you, oh yes, this is like the backswing, this is the follow through, it has to end here. Yes, but why? It depends. If you're hitting a ball that is low, again, you don't have to bring it over here. If you're a little bit late on the contact, you might even have to finish here. What matters is the contact point and what happens with the ball during the contact point. Just keep in mind that playing tennis, it's not about looking beautiful or looking like a pro. It's about being efficient. It's about being able to control the ball and make the ball do what you want it to do. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon.